You're listening to PUL Community Radio. Music, news, debates, banter, and views. Call now on 0141 416 1690. PUL Community Radio. Putting the unity back in community.
Hello and good evening to the PUL Community Radio, broadcasting live from the PUL Community Hub. We should have Ian with us, our co-host.
Yes, I'm here. I'm broadcasting live from Greater Wishaw.
Greater Wishaw. It's always a good place to be broadcasting from. It's good that we can broadcast live together from anywhere, to be fair.
Really is. I'm looking forward to tonight. I really am, because I've sort of read up about the subject and I've watched a couple of videos about it as well, but I'm interested to get some background to the three soldiers and the Three Soldiers Memorial. So well done tonight for putting this together, Chris.
Well, the good thing about tonight's show is if there is people out there that don't have any clue about the Free Scottish Soldiers, or regardless of knowledge, there should be something in tonight's show that interests you or educates you in some way, shape or form. But again, thanks for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. This broadcast is an exclusive for us for the Free Scottish Soldiers, who died 10th of March 1971. We have got exclusive interviews with family members and a lot of facts coming straight from the Historical Enquiry Report, which we have inside the PUL Community Hub at the moment. And we're reading straight from it, guys. So a lot of good points are going to be raised tonight. Once again, as always, feel free to phone. Phone is live on the radio, which is 0141 416 1690. You'll come through to myself, Chris and Ian, and you can share any views that you have once we get the interviews over and done with as well.
But
you can come
at this point, we will say that the PUL Community Radio cannot and will not be held responsible for the views of any panel member, any chat room user or caller who participates on any of our broadcasts, nor can we be held responsible for any content from any external website links that may appear on air or on the chat box. That's us covered now, Chris. Go for it, mate.
That is us covered, aye. Listen, Ian, I don't know if you've seen today, there was a report in the Evening Times.
I just heard a little bit about it, but yes, there's scum from cradle to the grave, mate. I keep telling you, but anyway, if you would like to elucidate.
Yeah, folks, there was a report printed in the Evening Times dated today, Tuesday, February 9th, 2016. And we'd noticed in it that there was a picture of Dugald McGaughey, who was one of the Three Scottish Soldiers who lost his life 10th of March 1971. There's a picture of him on page 5 of the Evening Times. And it says, Republican March duo found guilty. Two racist yobs were convicted of being part of a mob that hurled abuse at a police cordon as they waited to protest against a Republican march. Now, those that are listening and you don't know where their support's coming from, there was a Republican parade due to leave Castlemilk going all the way into the Royal Borough in Rutherglen, and the parade was stopped. There was about 100 or so loyalists that had put on a counter demonstration, and the march was called off on the street. They were told that the march was no longer taking part. The Republicans were told to go on the bus and get on their merry way. But to finish off the report, it's named two people. So two loyalists. It says these two loyalists disagreed with those marching past the house of the mother of murdered soldier Dugald McGaughey. The 23-year-old and brothers John and Joseph McCaig were shot dead by the IRA during the Troubles in Northern Ireland, which is what tonight's show is all about. And it's really going on to say that these two individuals were responsible for inciting trouble and leading this crowd of 100 loyalists. It's completely ridiculous. If anybody can get hold of the Evening Times and read it.
Well, you've just answered there. Just remember, folks, this is in the Evening Times. This is part of the Scottish media, so don't take your eye off that prize.
No, absolutely not. But there's it's funny and it's disturbing at the same time, because there's a bit in here. One police officer claimed it was the most frightening day of his 16-year career in the police force. 100 loyalists and the Republican parade, and it got a little bit heated. It was nothing major. That was his most terrifying day of 16 years in the police force. Is that...
Oh, the poor soul.
That's terrible. Absolutely terrible. If after 16 years that is his most frightening day, that's completely laughable. I think he needs to have a wee look at yourself, to be fair.
Well, I mean, having watched, I've done a bit of sort of background today, so that I wasn't coming into this programme tonight blind. It was quite interesting that the murder of these three young lads, actually, there was a sea change right through the world on that one, Chris. I don't know if people have picked up on that. The fact that most governments now say that anybody under the age of 18, under the age of 18 can't go into a sort of a war zone.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. One of the three Scottish soldiers who lost their life up that hill on that day, he was only 17 years old.
17-year-old, yeah.
And after that, the British Army had said, no, 18 years old, before you can now travel into
a conflict zone.
A kind of conflict zone. And that's still the rules today. 18 years old. Yeah, you can pass out a training in the British Army or any of the tri-services and go straight to your unit. And you can carry out all your normal duties, but you will not be allowed to enter a combat zone until the day you turn 18 years of age.
But most democratic countries have adopted that as well.
I believe so. I think it is something that's been adopted kind of by many countries
universally. Yeah.
What this report does go on to say, Ian, this is more from a kind of a community point of view, and what we'd spoken about last week. Both men accepted being at